Hey there, it's Elina, your friendly nuclear physicist, and today we're doing something different. We are unboxing a package I received in the mail recently from a company called Engineered Labs. We got some very nice scientific goodies. The company makes very cool science-related gifts and also things you can purchase for yourself. We are gonna open up and review the things that we received from them, and I also have a surprise for you later on. Without further ado, let's get into it. I am very excited about the content of this package. I have been following this company for quite some time now on TikTok, and their content is just amazing. It happened so that we ended up with some goodies that I really look forward to showing you guys and also seeing myself. We have, I don't know what this is. Let's find out. It's a white envelope. Okay, it's a certificate. It's a periodic table certificate, and it spoils the content of the box itself. And it's a certificate of authenticity. This is certified that the elements contained in your periodic table are authentic. We get a very nice seal, very shiny seal. Oh, nice! We have Engineered Labs logo. That's very cool. I like that. This is a funny one. We have Stinky for sulfur. This is a very cool one, actually. Warning: contains dihydrogen monoxide, which basically is, I'll let you figure it out. It's water, H2O. That's a very clever one. I like this one. And of course, last but not least, the sign that combines the whole channel together and brings us together. Radioactivity sign that has been used so many times for so many different reasons. It has such a negative connotation. I really like the sign. It shouldn't have such a, let's say, negative image attached to it. It's more of a warning sign, not like a death sign itself. But anyways, I really like the sticker, so I'm definitely gonna put some on my laptop. Let's move on. Okay, this is a nuclear radiation detector. Basically a Geiger counter, measures all kinds of radiation, beta, gamma, X-rays, etc. Different units, as I can see here. We commonly use millisieverts per hour. I'm really looking forward to how it looks inside. Let's see it. I see it has an alarm. How can I open it so you can see it and I can see it? Some sort of manual, I assume. And the detector. I like the combination of black and yellow because it reminds me of the radioactivity sign. Oh, that looks nice. Nuclear radiation detector. Satisfying. Yes. Best part of the unboxing experience. Okay, yes, it's on. And this is a charger, and it's a Type-C. That's very nice. Okay, so this is quite a complicated screen for a pretty easy measurement, in my opinion. But basically what it does is it measures the radiation it detects when the detector, let's say, touches something or is close to something, and now it measures the background radiation, which is in the order of 0.2, 0.3 microsieverts per hour. And I see that it has an alarm that will go off if it reaches 20 millisieverts and or 1 microsievert per hour. So that's quite cool. I like that, and I'll definitely play around with it. I have my detector next to me, and I'm ready to open up the next items. Maybe we will need a detector for them. So I'll go from the most simple to the most fascinating, in my opinion. And we are going to start, actually I want to start from the one. Okay, let's start from this because I don't know what this is. It's the one that doesn't have a name. It's quite heavy for how small it is. Okay, another Type-C charger. Now I have plenty of those. And oh, I know what this is. It's a black light flashlight. check if it has batteries inside. It does. Just remove the safety. Put it back. Oh, here we are. So I'll let you guess why we will use the black light. I like that. So yeah, as I was saying, from the simplest to the most impressive items in this box, and I'm gonna start with this, which, if I had to guess, is a periodic table. And from what I have seen from their website, it looks very impressive. It's basically a small piece of each element, actually embedded in an acrylic glass, very nicely wrapped, quite heavy. And yeah, it looks very, very nice, and I'm really looking forward to seeing this. This is how the bag looks like. Very nice, very soft, feels quite premium. Oh, here we are. Here it is. Let me turn it so you can see it. So, okay, this is very, very cool, guys. I think you need a very good close-up here. But basically is a small chunk of every element in the place that the element is supposed to be in the periodic table. So for example, let's say zinc here or copper, and then also for the gaseous elements, so in the last column, there is small vials with the gases inside. And you can see carbon, you can see boron. Oh, this is very nice. Bromine. And the vials are tiny, tiny, tiny. But I am very much interested in the lanthanide category, so we're gonna go straight ahead to that. I see that there is radium on the side here. So this, basically based on their website, is a dial from an old style watch that was basically illuminating in the dark, and it was illuminating in the dark because it used radium in the dial itself. And we have here lanthanum, a small piece of cerium. So from the lanthanide category, which is the most interesting thing for me, the uranium is in a form of uranium glass. And if you remember, I had also made a video about uranium glass and different kind of glasses, cups, mugs and stuff like that that they used to do back in the days for household, because it was basically illuminating in the dark and it looked quite cool and people thought it's a very good idea. There is a lot of other elements I have never seen before in real life, like all of these thulium, erbium, holmium, and the rest of the lanthanide category. Mercury, the mercury is so cool actually. It's a small piece of mercury embedded in an ampoule, which is a little bit larger than the whole space for the mercury itself. There's a small piece of gold next to mercury. Yeah, you know what's up. Of course, there is plenty of radioactive elements from the last row that are missing. A lot of them are basically decaying, so they're quite hard to have in a form like that to use inside this kind of periodic table. But this is actually so cool. I think you need to see it like this. So this is very nice. You can see them from the side. So I'm reaching as far as I can for you to try and see how they are basically glued in or attached to this acrylic board. This is beautiful. I wonder if this uranium glass, small piece. Oh my God! Are you ready for this? So, everybody, eyes on the small uranium round piece. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. This is very cool. It's actually like illuminating green, so now people can actually say that, yeah, uranium is green. This is every science nerd dream, I must say. It's probably the happiest I've ever been in a YouTube video. I am very much ready for the next items, which are basically bigger versions of the periodic table. because knowing me, I don't think you think that I would just stop here, right? I requested a couple of elements that are of interest to me and hopefully to you as well, since you are here, in much bigger versions, and therefore I'm very excited to opening them up. I'm gonna start from gold, so we're gonna see how that looks like. They're packaged very, very carefully. They did come from the US, and they're all acrylic glass, so it would be possible for them to break. So cleaning acrylic, okay, no, that's not any information about the element. This is just to clean. Oh, this is very nice. So this is a gold cube. Actually has some gold flakes inside. It reminds me of the food that has gold flakes. It's quite cool. I'm actually curious how much this gold is worth inside. It looks very impressive. It looks very nice. Next one is radon. Radon is a gas. However, even the gaseous elements, they do close in a vial, in an ampoule basically, and they seal it and they ship it inside the acrylic like the rest of the solid elements. So I did request that because radon is basically the element that contributes the most to the background radiation. So it's quite cool, even though we always talk about background radiation and what it is and how we measure it. It's nice to actually see. Okay, this is not gas. It's some sort of interesting piece of rocks almost. It looks like rock pieces. Maybe I have to read their website exactly on what this is about. Actually, I'll do it now. Okay, now it makes much more sense. So it's basically pieces of granite. Oh, it actually moves, that's very cool. It's pieces of granite, which is part of course, rocks of the underground, basically bedrock formation that, of course, has elements that will decay eventually to radon. So now is the top 3 items that we are going to open up. And I'm gonna start with probably most of the people's favorite element, thorium. This is nice. It's a piece of metallic thorium, as I see from inside the acrylic. It looks very cool. So they do have this very big kind of periodic table that almost covers like a very big part of a wall that has these different holes that are supposed to be filled up with every element, and hence that's where these big cubes go normally. I'll move to the number 2 and leave the number 1 for last. And here is actually a sample I was very surprised I could actually get my hands on. This is a plutonium trinitite sample, so this is obviously not actual plutonium piece, but it is basically a piece of rock or a piece of the ground from the Trinity explosion, which was a nuclear weapons explosion in the USA, which basically marked a very big time in history that people and scientists back in the days got plenty of information about how nuclear weapons work and how to develop them, etc., etc. So it's quite cool to have this kind of element to basically not just remind you of the incident, but to give you a bigger picture, let's say, of what the element is capable of. But it's still very, very cool. I really like that. So plutonium. And definitely last but not least, my favorite element is uranium. And let's see how that looks like. I am most excited about this one. It looks quite similar like in their website. And this is what the uranium sample looks like. Now, I guess you'll ask, why is it yellow? And of course, similarly to plutonium, this wouldn't be a sample of pure uranium, concentrated uranium. This is basically a uranium ore. So meaning that uranium, how it is found underground, and it is not just uranium, is different elements that combine together to form this sort of rock formation in which atoms of uranium are also present. And the moment we all have been waiting for. This looks very nice. Now I'm guessing everybody gets some memories from the Simpsons episodes, don't you? All of those plutonium and uranium pellets and fuel assemblies that people very, very persistently keep eating in the episodes. I like how this illuminates. It's very, very nice. It makes a lot of sense how people would like to have this kind of glass and this kind of silverware in their house to use and to, brag to their friends about on how it looks and the fact that it's basically shining under black light. So I am very much impressed with this. I don't know what you think. Let me know. How radioactive is it? Can we measure it? So 0.2 is what it measures right now. Let me put it here so I can see it first. Maybe you can see it. So 0.3. This is Elina from the future who figured out how to use this Geiger counter. The ones we use in the lab have a very clear window, so this one wasn't really obvious. I was pointing it out this way, but it seems to be the backside that's actually measuring. So for example, if I take the uranium sample, which was something like 0.5 microsieverts before, now it should be something like almost 1 microsievert. I hope it is because I'm not looking at the screen. Yes, 1.5, okay. So this is higher than what we had before. Nothing alarming for the fact that it is enclosed in the acrylic and you're not really going to be sleeping with it. Especially for the fact that the highest measurement you get is when you actually attach it on the sample. But for example, when you have it sitting next to you, even at the table, a couple of centimeters away, and you measure from that distance, then you already get background. So the radiation that we detect from the samples doesn't really travel, not even further than a few centimeters. So you have nothing to worry about. Back to the video. Maybe I'll take that same detector in the lab and we will actually measure some uranium pellets and then we will see the difference compared to the uranium sample that we got from engineered labs and the pellets that we manufacture in the nuclear lab actually. So that is very, very nice to know. That is quite safe for everyone to have. I am still impressed mostly with this. I'm not gonna lie. I really like this green color. I really like how it basically shines under the black light. This is pretty much what I received as review units. I was not sponsored to make this video, so this is my honest review about the products that I received. I really truly like them. I think for whoever is a science connoisseur and a very big fan of science, then this is an excellent gift either for them or for yourself if you are a science nerd yourself. I really, really like their products. They are very high quality, they're very well made, they are very interesting to look at and quite safe since I'm still measuring the uranium here. I also have an affiliate discount code for you guys, which is 10% off, and that is right here, and you can also find it in the description down below. Thank you so much to the Engineered Labs for sending me all of these products. I had a great time reviewing them, and I do really recommend them for people to buy. If you do buy, guys, let me know in the comments which elements you bought or if you bought the periodic table. They do have quite some more products that you can check out. Let me know if there is more science products you would like me to review. If you know any interesting companies, I'll definitely check them out. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this new kind of video. It's been Elina, your friendly nuclear physicist, and until next time, see you soon.